I am due to have surgery fairly soon. I've been waiting and keep getting kind of pushed back due to different factors which are beyond my control. It's nothing to do with my surgeon. He is wonderful, he's amazing, but we've had to push it back due to other factors in the medical process. So I want to do this video to show what my hands look like before and just kind of give a documentation. This side right here on the left side is where we're going to go first with the metal plate. You can kind of see like the dip right here. It means that my wrist is collapsed at this point, and the bone from my wrist is sitting on top of my hand bone, kind of like a tectonic plate. So essentially, if I just let it stay like this, it will fuse together like this. So the procedure I'm going for is an elective procedure. It's not something that I necessarily am being forced to do. It's just that either way, my bone is going to fuse, and I would rather have the metal plate put in here in order to have it fuse straight, which means that I'll not be able to bend it up or down, which does not affect me because currently I cannot do that anyways. The doctor said that he's going to shave this bone off right here, drill a metal plate from here to here, and then I was under the impression that I would have to keep that in my wrist for the rest of my life, but he did correct me on that, and he said after a year, most people do choose to have it removed because it is a wrist fusion, which means that the metal plate is essentially like an internal brace. It's going to help everything stay together. Like I said before, if I left it like this, it would fuse together like this. But it may help to have the wrist fusion to prevent more damage from the rest of my hand. And so that's why I'm going to go for that. I'm also on a kind of like carnivore diet, but it's more of a ketovore. It's a very good anti-inflammatory diet. So it's like a meat-based keto diet in a way. I basically a lot of meat, eggs, dairy, butter, with a few vegetables and fruits here and there, but just like heavy on the meat. I just got started practicing that over the last month. I have multiple reasons for doing that, but this is actually going to be a benefit for the inflammation for me and my physical health condition as well. So I'd like to talk about that in the future. You can see the position that this hand likes to be in is like this. The deformity right here, that's a scar. I don't know, it's a random scar, but the deformity right here, you can see how it kind of like goes up like a hill, is definitely not normal. These bones right here are actually very susceptible to inflammation or the tissues rather and such. So right here is where I experience a lot of swelling. I do like to do art. You can kind of see where it likes to swell. I do like to do art, and I am right-handed, so I try to do things little at a time just for fun. For example, I'm doing a practice snail mail club where I design stickers, just send them to a couple of my friends and family just for fun because I have no job. I don't have anything else to do with myself except for to educate myself, try to get into God's word and research things, and basically it's kind of boring sometimes, and it's a difficult thing to get used to, and I wasn't expecting to be at this point in my life. So this side right here really bothers me with the thumb joint, especially kind of being collapsed is how I say it. It's like collapsed inwards. I'm going to try to twist my whole body around so that I can show what's going on there. This right here, I have a lot of pain here. I have bone spurs in this hand. I can't hold it like that for very long because it'll hurt right here. So my thumb is like going into my palm, and this wrist right here is actually partially collapsed in a way, like partially degenerated, because lately I have actually experienced clicking in this side. I can go down, but it's actually getting more difficult as time goes on, and I cannot go up any further than that at the base of my wrist. So if I try to stretch my hand out like this, it hurts really bad right here. It's not comfortable, and I feel like I need to readjust it. This side right here, if I flatten my fingers out, because I do have a crooked finger right here, if I flatten them out, it also hurts in the wrist. It's not really known what caused this, but I do have a history of like beginning to have discomfort in my wrist whenever I was a teenager. I'm 37 now, so it actually did start back then. But it was so mild that I just thought, okay, well, I'm just unable to do things like cartwheels with my friends or whatever. It just, something was wrong, but it wasn't wrong enough that I really paid any attention to it. Plus, I was super distracted, anxious, depressed kid, and all that stuff. And then I was misdiagnosed with tendonitis at age 21. Because they just did a physical test of how far I could hold my hands together in the praying motion and bend my elbows upwards. And I was able to do it not very well at the time. It actually did cause discomfort, but the doctor did not do any further testing than that. And he just gave me a squeeze ball to do as exercises for my wrist, but it actually ended up making me very uncomfortable to do, so I put that aside. I was wild during my 20s, just absolutely out of control, most of it, and so I didn't pay much attention to my health. And then when I hit about age 30, this finger began to curve, and I do have like a story on my YouTube channel to talk a little bit more in detail about these things. And I do suffer from, just like pain, depression, spiritual warfare, physical pain, all of these things, frustrations, and not understanding. And so I might be kind of a bummer to watch right now. I do find joy in some days, but I know this is kind of like not a very fun subject to talk about, but this is my story. This is my testimony. These are my hands. As I do this on the same point, it hurts. So I'm trying to bring the story back to the condition and kind of give another perspective as to what it looks like from my end. I can see that this finger wants to start kind of like doing this, so that's a new thing for me. It just wants to lay that way. I can straighten it out. It does hurt deep in here, but yeah, I'm gonna do the best that I can with the situation that I've been given, and everything has a purpose. And this video was really meant to kind of show a certain, I guess, I'm sorry, the word left me, a certain like position of my hands, because I did show them like front facing before. So a different perspective. That's what I was looking for. Thank you for watching. God bless you and have a great day.